Let's say you're playing some Counter-Strike 2 comp and you're curious to know how good your aim, util usage, or maybe one of your teammates or even the enemies were. There's this free site called Leadify that allows you to do exactly that. Like this match I played on Vertigo, I can see how good my aim, utility, positioning, clutching, and more were, as well as for anyone else in the lobby. If you're newer to the game, this might seem stupid, but Leadify uses these stats to also help you improve your game and more accurately rank you. You know, since the CS2 ranking system, especially for comp, ain't that good. I'm gonna walk you guys through everything this site offers, cause it's one of those tools I use every time I play the game. Before I get into everything, I need to pay for food, so let me give a shout out to today's video sponsor, SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is hands down one of the best bot trading sites you can use with Counter-Strike skins. Say you want to upgrade some of your current skins to get something better, this would be the perfect site to do that with. You can also straight up buy skins too, and with their 35% deposit bonus plus my code, it gives anyone quite a nice balance to work with. There's even free giveaways you can enter and rewards for completing simple tasks on the site. Get started with a free $5 using my link in the description below. Now, with that all out of the way, if it's not obvious already, Leadify is not sponsoring this. I honestly wanted to make this vid because I really like the site, but I mean also because content is kinda limited right now. Anyways, if at any point y'all want to check out the site, sign in with my affiliate link in the description below. It will give you 14 days of their pro service for free once you play 8 games with Leadify connected. Once you get to the site, I just log in with Steam, but you can also log in with Faceit too if you want, as well as make a Leadify account. Once you're done with that, it should drop you off on your dashboard here, and that's where everything gets really cool. Keep in mind, if you've never used Leadify before, there isn't going to be any stats or info for it to display yet, considering it hasn't been able to collect anything, but this is what it could look like somewhat quickly. Starting off with focusing on the recent matches though, this is pretty obvious. Your most recent matches are going to show up right here. And I mean, this shows you the basic data like your score, the date the game was played, your rating for that specific game, KD, enemies flash. If you go and click on one of the matches, it will load in all of the data for that specific game. I'll be completely honest, I normally play Counter-Strike high off my ass 99% of the time, and this was definitely one of those games, hence why, you know, we got that negative 0.72 rating. But you can see here it gives a Leadify rating for this specific game, as well as a personal performance rating, HLTV, your KD, ADR, aim, and util. Like I was saying, you can see this for any of your teammates, but also for the enemy team as well. So like if you think one of them might be hacking or one of them's not legit, you can see a bit more info here. Keep in mind, hovering over one of the profiles as well is gonna load in all of their Leadify info. I'll get more into this here in a second, but then besides that, you also have match details here, a little bit more breakdown of the info that was already shown on the overview page, but once again it breaks it down even more to where you can see a timeline of kills, deaths, damage, op kills, enemies flashed, etc., to even more about your aim, you know, like your spotted accuracy, time to damage, crosshair placements, head accuracy. This is honestly really interesting to take a look at. But then you also get similar info for utility, activities, trades, opening duels, etc., and this is really helpful, especially when trying to figure out what you did well or what you could work on. There is a ratings breakdown page. I don't really use this, but the map zones is really cool because it indicates exactly where you were getting kills, but also where you were dying. That's pretty much what the recent matches up here does, as well as the matches tab that's right below the dashboard tab, to be honest. The recent matches is literally just a shortcut to get there. Following that with the performance box right here, this is one of my favorite things to reference. You can see you have your aim, your positioning, and your util usage here. And the pink dots are representing where I'm at, while the purple dots are representing where your average global elite player is. This is basically comparing my aim, for example, to what the average global aim is, and you can see I'm somewhat close to this, not that close. My util usage is meh. My positioning's pretty far off, but using this, you can kind of work towards the goals of average ranking statistics, and this is very helpful to see where you are compared to what averages are elsewhere. Right to the left of that should be your focus area, and this is very useful for helping figure out what you did wrong or what you can improve on. My flashbang usage on Vertigo, for example, is really bad, but if I go ahead and click on this, it's going to take me to a page where not only can I watch a video on this type of util, but I can see exactly where I was throwing flashes compared to where everyone else was throwing flashes for that match. And if I want to practice my flashbangs, use grenades more consistently, or learn what the best flashes on Vertigo are, I have all these drop downs here I can check out, which also link more videos. For a game like Counter-Strike that gets very complex very fast, to any new players watching this video, I highly recommend checking out just this part of Leadify even, because this will help you get better at the game really fast. Dropping down to recent form next, you have your consistency, which is basically rating your last 15 games compared to your most recent 100 games overall. So basically what this is saying right here is my last 15 games are almost as good compared to like the last 100 games I've played overall, but just slightly worse. And you can even see the rating specifically for T side, which I'm very good at, and CT side, which I'm not that good at. Right next to that, another really cool feature of this site is once Leadify starts tracking your gameplay, if you hit a really good clip or something, it will actually go back to the demo and save the clip perfectly for you so that you can like share it or do whatever you want with it. I guess it clipped this M4A4 4K on Vertigo, so if I just take a quick look at this, you're gonna see it's gonna find, like, it's literally taking the demo, going to where the kills are and cutting to specifically only where I get the kills. So like this clip right here, this clip looks like it's only about 20 seconds long, which is not bad, but a very easy default way to just save clips without using any resources on your computer if you want that. Now, overall, that's pretty much what the dashboard has to offer. If you scroll down a little bit more and join a club, you'll have some club info down here. That's not going to apply to everyone though, but now I want to move on to a couple tabs over here that the dashboard doesn't really cover. And I want to first start off with the general tab. Clicking this is going to take you to where all of your overall personal stats are. And specifically, this is sorting out for the past 30 games. You can sort it out to like all of your games overall or a very specific date if you want to. In fact, you can even sort it out to specifically CT or T side only or specific rounds if you want. But here you got win rate, the Leadify rating, average HLTV rating, kill D ratio, average kills per round, average deaths per round, ADR, HS kill percentage, and then you even have some info on your clutching overall here, as well as multi-kills, opening duels, and some like fun fact info down here. We already covered the focus area tab. This is literally where it takes you if you click on one of those focus area boxes. But if we go to the tab below that, the maps tab, this will show you your individual performance on each of the different maps in game. So again, within the current time period that it's sorting by up here at the top, on Vertigo, my last 17 games, I've had an 88% win rate, which is really, really good, honestly. That's followed by Mirage, Inferno, Dust 2, Ancient, Nuke, Overpass, Anubis, and Office, of course. And it's going by which map you play the most. So obviously you can see I play Vertigo the most right now. But this is very helpful if you want to see your stats for specifically one map. Like, you don't want to see your overall stats just specifically for one map. Like between Overpass, Anubis, and Office, I'm horrible at these. And this data right here is telling me I really could work on these 3 maps specifically. But this page is kind of helpful for stuff like that. Moving on to the aim tab next, this tab's really cool because this is the recoil control center along with how you're just aiming in general. You can sort out to specifically what weapons it's showing, but for me, I use the AK and the M4A4 the most, so you can see it's just defaulting to these right here. As for my recoil control, it's pretty silver, I'd say, but you can compare about on average what you're doing, so that's the pink for me, to the yellowish orange pattern, which is actually how the gun sprays. Below that, there's graphs of how you've been performing with your aim. My aim is ass, as you can tell, and there's more specific statistics over here like headshot accuracy, accuracy for enemies spotted, accuracy for all shots in general. It's very interesting to see all this stuff because it can really tell you what you need to work on accuracy wise for aim. But then following that with the last tab right here, the util tab, this is just, again, shows you util usage kind of in similar ways that it does for your aim. My util usage is like below silver level, so you can see I'm trying to bring it up here a little bit, but like this will show you how bad you are at util if you're really bad like me. Anyways, those are pretty much all of the main tabs, at least that I use on Leadify. The last thing I do want to show is if you come up here to the top right of the site, click your little profile name here and then the profile button. This will take you to your personal profile where you can just see a simplified version of how good you are, basically. I've got my aim, utility, positioning, opening duels, and clutching data from the last 30 matches right here, and it's even comparing those to the average of a Nova 1 player, I guess. But then also my win rate, my Leadify rating, and how I most often play, I guess, which is in a 2 to 4 stack. Scrolling down a little bit too, it also does track your rank history and activity, so if you are curious to see, like, just activity or even your premier rank specifically, I use this more for my premier rank than anything else. It's a very helpful and accurate graph. Anyways, if you did make it this far in the video, hopefully you guys will go check out Leadify. Like I said, use my link in the description below. If you use Leadify at least for 8 games in the next 30 days, you will get free pro for 14 days, which is pretty cool. And yeah, with all that said, don't forget to drop a like and of course subscribe if you're new. And if you do have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to respond to as many as I can. And yeah, with all that said, now whatever video is showing on your screen, the YouTube algorithm thinks you might like. So do me a favor and go check it out.